You know what? Because why wouldn't she?
Vice President Kamala Harris visited Guatemala today in an overdue attempt to address America's immigration crisis. She still hasn't visited the border, though, but don't expect the press to give her a hard time about it. Why? Because she's paying them off with Kamala cookies. The vice president slipping members of the media flying on Air Force Two. Some of those, it looks like a sweet treat. It's hard to say. This is a frosted cookie of herself. However, there is clearly no face. I don't understand that. It's just the latest example of the Biden administration's cozy relationship with the press. I give you a cookie, you sugarcoat how I'm doing.
So let me get this straight. Kamala Harris is on Air Force One handing out cookies made in her likeness. Kamala cookies. I swear you can't make this stuff up, folks. How arrogant do you have to be to hand out cookies of yourself? I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Handing out cookies with no face. You wanna know why she ain't got no face on them cookies? Cause she ain't got no soul. She ain't got no personality. The only personality she got is the personality whoever got their hands shoved up ass when they working her like a puppet. Kamala cookie. And what you doing in Guatemala? That ain't the Mexican-American border. I got an idea. Instead of traveling to Guatemala, why don't you go hand out some of them Kamala cookies to them kids you got locked up in them detention center cages? Got them kids stuffed in little Ziploc bags like cocaine. Kamala cookies. I swear, I hope either like your granddaughter or your niece or some company decided to send them to you and you decided to share them out or something like that. Because if you had these made, they gonna drag your ass. Kamala cookies. And ain't there some kind of like quid pro quo conflict of interest handing out gifts to like the press corps? I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just saying. Let old Donnie T had did some shit like this. They be wanting to see the invoice and the receipt, how much these cookies cost, are these ingredients American-made ingredients? You know how they would have been. Kamala cookies. Man, if you don't get out of my face with this. Honestly, I don't know if this is funny anymore.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it. All these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
Old Joe Nicholslick. He done gave us a few laughs over the years with all of them gaffes he's been having, hasn't he? But it's starting to become a bit concerning. They seem to be happening more and more frequently. Remember when the White House had to cut his feed last week? What about when he said niggard in a press conference last week? Even YouTube's captioning caught it. But some things have been happening behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about. For example, check these headlines out. Have you guys noticed that Joe has only been speaking for about 5 minutes at a time? And that's if he speaks at all, because we really haven't seen him too much. And it could be because we're used to Donald Trump and hearing him every day, all day, but there could be something much deeper there. Remember when Nancy Pelosi had a press conference on passing a new 25th Amendment bill? And she said it had nothing to do with Donald Trump?
This is not about President Trump, but he shows the need for us to create a process for future presidents.
While Joe's been on autopilot, Kamala Harris has been overseeing his foreign policy and his day-to-day duties. It seems to me that they're transitioning Kamala Harris to take over the presidency, and it's going to happen a lot sooner than we think. And what's even worse, Nancy Pelosi becomes the vice president. Now, who you think really gonna be running that White House? And together, they'll pass some of the most fucked up, draconian, far left progressive policies you've ever seen. The Constitution, or what's ever left of it, is gonna be all shot the fuck up. So every time Joe fuck up and say something wrong, or fails to form a sentence, just know that's one step closer to a Harris-Pelosi presidency. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Figured I'd bring it to your attention. Happy Monday, everybody. Boy, oh boy, the hits keep coming, don't they? So the powers that be done sent Kamala Harris ass down to Guatemala to tell them people, don't bring your ass to America. And if you come to America illegally, they're sending your ass back.
To be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border, do not come. Do not come. The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. There are legal methods by which migration can and should occur.
Boy, you gotta love all this hypocrisy. This is the biggest heel turn I've ever seen. Oh, y'all don't know what I'm talking about? I know y'all remember this.
My message to them is do not live in fear. You are not alone, and America's values are such that we do not condone, as an American value, putting children in cages. America's values are not that we separate families and take children from their parents.
Those thousands in detention facilities along the border, if they're still there, if you take office, what happens to them?
Well, first of all, it's about understanding why they are there. And the majority of them are there because they have fled murder capitals of the world. And I think it's very important that when we think about this issue, we understand it in the context of real people and what they are experiencing.
So how do you treat them once they're here?
What you do is you give them the benefit of a process that we put in place a very long time ago, anticipating that there will be people around the globe who will flee harm, who will flee danger and arrive at our shores. And we put in place a process because we said, as Americans, we have strong arms that will embrace those who are being hurt.
Well, how you go from America got the strongest arms and we're willing to take all these people in and we're going to have a process in place for you to...
Do not come. Do not come.
Oh, man. How you go from kids don't deserve to be put in cages and separated from their families to putting kids in cages and separating them from their families? But like I said before, y'all voted for these niggas. But Hotep's been told you.
Do not come. Do not come.
Man, if she ain't the gift that just keeps on giving.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
Y'all see that dumbass look on her face when he caught her in her lie?
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
He was teasing me. You want to know what the point is, Kamala? You're the vice president of the United States. You're in charge of the American-Mexican border. And there's a bunch of people crammed in these detention centers like sardines that you were supposed to deal with a long time ago. You don't understand what his point is. You knew what his point is. Your ass just got caught off guard. That's what happened. And apparently your brain ain't fast enough to come up with a quick retort. These the people y'all voted for. When old Donnie T left office, it was like 500 kids left in those centers. And that was because the people they came with wasn't their fathers or their mothers. Now under old Joe Nicholslick's administration, along with old Kamala, it's 4,700 kids locked up in these detention centers. Make that make sense. Then she down in Guatemala telling people don't come up here, but at the same time, they getting rid of the remain in Mexico order. I swear you can't make this stuff up, folks. I swear, I really hope y'all really paying attention now. And as for Kamala, as we say in Baltimore, if you knew better, you do better, short. But Hotep's been told you.
He was teasing me.
Wait a minute. So you think love that? What?
I do believe that the act of getting vaccinated is the very essence of what the Bible tells us when it says, love thy neighbor.
You know what? Before I begin, Lord, please forgive me for my language, because I'm about to go in on this bitch. So now you're using the Bible to sell your jabs, your yammeens, your shots? First off, which one of your flunkies wrote that? Why would you think that's okay to say? Because shorty, you the last person that should be quoting scripture. Even the people you was talking to sound like they was on the fence about that one. And we all know what your idea of love thy neighbor is. Old Willie Brown told us that one.
Bitches suck cock just to get to the top.
See, this is what they think of y'all. They just think they can pander to you and come out with some kind of moral equivalency to force you to get the shot. Now, while y'all sitting there contemplating whether you should go get it or not, consider this. The Democrats that fled from Texas to D.C., some of them pop positive for the YAME. That tells me one thing. Either A, they never took the YAME, or B, they took the YAME and it don't work. On top of that, one of Nancy Pelosi's aides caught the YAME. And again, that tells me either A, that person never took the YAME, or B, they took the jab and then caught the YAME. Make that make sense. Y'all need to open your eyes out here. But these people don't care about you. They'll use any belief system, any vice, any courage to get you to do what they want you to do. This kind of Hotep telling y'all, wake up. I mean, at this point, what do y'all really expect? I'm down in Vegas chilling for Hotep weekend. Salute to everybody that came through. And thanks to Phil Foster Fitness for the dope hat. Anyway, I'm in Vegas and I get a video across my timeline. That's a video that appears to show Ojo Nicholslick nodding out during a meeting with the Israeli Prime Minister. I ain't gonna try to pronounce his first name, I can't. Anyway, I'm like, maybe they exaggerating. I don't know, I need to watch the whole thing, right? I figured I'd watch it with you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna key it up to the point where it looked like he's falling asleep. And let's check it out together. All right, so I'm gonna use the C-SPAN footage because, you know, C-SPAN don't edit shit. All right, let's go. So I'm gonna start it at the 9-minute and 55-second mark. That's where it looked like he started to lose it.
Ancient Jewish prophecy is today's Israel reality. And it's a miracle that
all right, so far he looks engaged.
So central and so part
of listening.
For so many years. So, Mr. President, today you and I, and you've been so generous with your time in these difficult
get that long
days,
blink. Ooh.
You and I are going to write yet another chapter.
All right, like he trying to play it off. He tired.
The beautiful story of the friendship between our two nations, the United States of America and
I don't see no blinking.
And democratic state of Israel. Both of us who seek to do good.
Oh, this nigga out.
Need to be strong. Both of us.
Oh, this nigga out. Let's go back. Let's watch this again.
So central and so part of it for so many years. So, Mr. President, today you and I, and you've been so generous with your time in these difficult days. You and I are going to write yet another.
Like I said, he trying to play it off for real. Let's see what happens.
Beautiful story of the friendship between our two nations, the United States of America and the Jewish and democratic state of Israel. Both of us who seek to do good.
This dude boring as hell. I'll probably fall asleep too, though.
Both of us who are a lighthouse in a very, very stormy world.
Yo,
Thank
Joe
you,
is
Mr.
out.
President. I
He
look forward to
up.
working
His eyes just
with you
opened
now
back up.
for many years to come.
Coming back up.
Well, thank you.
Yo, them eyelids is heavy. Oh man, them eyelids is. Oh, now y'all want to zoom in. Yo, Joe is doped up or something. They got him on something.
Thank you very much, folks.
Oh, he hurting. He's hurting. But there you have it, folks. I mean, it looked like he made it through, but he barely made it through. Oh, man. But like I said, what y'all expect, man? He old. He ain't fit to be there. I don't think he make it I don't even think he make it to the second year. Instead of worry about what this nigga doing, I need to worry about who Kamala Harris picks for her vice president. Anyway, Cannon Hotep, I'll holler at you. So I'm going to ask y'all one more.
No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
Simpatico on our philosophy of government and simpatico on how we want to approach these issues that we're facing. And so I don't have, and when we disagree, it'll be just like, so far it's been just like when Barack and I did. It's in private. She'll say, I think we should do A, B, C, or D. And I'll say, I like A, don't like B and C. And it's go, okay. And like I told Barack, if I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign. We don't have to go on.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. I am Cannon Hotep. I appreciate you guys, man, because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with me, so give yourselves a round of applause. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Share this stream, guys. Let people know we live. You catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism. You want to donate to the channel? $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. That's $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. Super chats, Rumble rants, always welcome, guys. Man, oh man, what a holy, bro. It's been crazy, guys. This past week and some change has been crazy. They want us to believe some 20-year-old kid was fucking Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. Solid Snake was able to evade 3 law enforcement agencies and take a pop shot at Trump. They want us to believe that. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Then you got Joe Nicholson coming down allegedly with COVID. And I don't know if he's the one that resigned or dropped out of the race. I don't know if he dropped out of the race, guys. What I mean by that, I don't think he wrote that letter. I don't think he made that decision. The question is, why didn't he make that decision? I mean, you could do the dun dun dun. We could do the X-Files. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Every time I turn around, there's more chaos going on. There's more glad handing, tail wagging the dog. It's more of this shit. It's crazy, bro. My brain hurts. My brain hurts, guys. My brain hurts. I'm just gonna say that. Is Joe Biden dead? Is he on life support? What's going on? We haven't heard from him since he allegedly caught the Cove base. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic. I know I used the metaphor, or I used the analogy, or whatever you want to call it, about they want to play "Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead." Y'all hear me say it all the time, right? Now, we speculated that Joe Nicholslick ain't been alive since 2024 or 2023. I mean, it's just, we just, spitballing over here. Weekend at Bernie's might have really been weekend. I don't know. But I've been saying for the past 2 weeks, don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know. Fuego said Biden's brain hurts too. Jesus. Oh, man. But it's interesting, guys. It's interesting. It is interesting, guys. That's all I'm going to say. This is where we're going to start with this, because we're going to lead off with this off the rip. Let me see. I had it in my, hold on. I got that. I got it. Where's it at? Bear with me, people. I was getting ready to look all over the place with some shit that I got already. I remember I took, where is it at? Boom. Let's go ahead and look at the resignation letter. Okay? Let's look at this resignation letter. Hey, Jay, if you want to jump on, I got Skype up, bro. First, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out, guys. Share the stream. Let people know we live. All right, here we go. Let's go over this letter. Joseph R. Biden Jr. This is from July 21st, 2024. Yesterday, just yesterday. All right, there we go. First off, what you don't notice, right? This shit, like, they just put that shit on some regular ass paper. This ain't on no presidential paper or none of that. But I digress. It could have just been from, whatever. My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances. Passed the first gun safety law in 30 years. Appointed the first African American woman to the Supreme Court. Yeah, I guess they did. And passed the most significant climate change legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I know none of it could have been done without you, the American people. Together we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic in the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. There's a lot of lies in this. Holy smokes. So, geez, my finger getting tired hitting the goddamn button. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in our best interest, in the best interest of my party and the country, for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. Okay. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work, and let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today, but I always have, that there is nothing America can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are United States of America. Don't know what that says because I don't think that's his signature. It does. So allegedly this signature right here, guys, does not match up with the signature from anything else that he signed. Also, it doesn't have a presidential seal on it or anything like that. I don't think this is his words. I'm pretty sure that some intern probably wrote this, maybe, or Joe Biden may have wrote this. I don't even think Joe knew that he was dropping out of the race yesterday. But I told you guys, Canon Hotep Ben told you. And I was told that I was wrong. You're wrong on this, Canon. You're wrong. They're going to keep him around for whatever reason. I'm like, I'm telling you guys, they can't afford to lose this race. And what I say, guys, what have I been saying? How do you steal an election for a person that nobody likes? How do you steal an election for a person and then keep the illusion of your democracy? If you steal an election for a person that nobody backs, you got to give the American people the illusion that our elections are fair and square, which we all know is not the case. Which we all know is not the case. Let me see. Oh shit, sorry guys. But yeah, it's very interesting to me, this letter. Thing is, I don't think Joe wrote that. I don't think Joe even knew he dropped out the race. For all I know, Joe Nicholson could be in a coma. I don't know. What up, Pro? I don't know. Hey, Pro, if you're interested, yo, let me know if you want to jump on. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this. What up, Jonah? Jonah said the Clintons wrote it. The Clintons probably wrote it. The Clintons probably wrote it. Oh, my goodness gracious, guys. This is interesting. The Clintons probably wrote this letter. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, right. I know, right? Van Jones always crying. Somebody got to give him like an Academy Award for that shit. He always crying. Well, maybe he know what we don't know. Maybe. Oh, there go Jay right there. Maybe he knows something we don't know. What up, Jay? You there? What's going on with this? Hey, Jay, can't hear you. Are you muted?
I was. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, good. All right, then. Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of you. Yeah, I got to get the kids to bed. We're about to go to the Oklahoma City tomorrow.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, we called it though, bro. We called it. I'm glad you found that. I'm glad you found that clip. Shout out to the chat, protocol, everyone in here.
Somebody sent me the clip. I was happy they sent it to me. I couldn't find that joint, bro.
I looked all through our videos and I still couldn't find it. So I was like, man, I don't know where it's at. But yeah, man, it's like a comic book world.
It is a comic book world, bro.
How did we sit here and call it play by play just by what they were saying and what they were doing, and we get it right?
The writing was always on the wall.
Like, this is exactly what they told us they would do, and they did it. Yeah. And people weren't listening or paying attention. But Joe said all along, I'm gonna drop out. Now I don't know if he in the basement. You remember that movie Dave?
Yeah.
Where they had clones.
Dave, yeah.
They had the real president in the basement the whole time, and he was gone. He was no longer with us. He was just stuck in the basement. Yeah. I don't know if the Air Force One, Joe, they was beating them on the Air Force One. He was trying to fight, like they said. He
was doing a real Passion 57 moves.
Right? I'm gonna let you out though. I just wanted to shout out yourself and the chat and everyone, Hotep and Bill.
That's what's up, Jay. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Jay Pollen up there being the best dad in the world over there. Bruh, I don't know. And then this was eerie. This was weird. So I'm gonna show you this. So we know about the Freudian slips, right? They saying the quiet part out loud, and we know Kamala not too bright. Okay? There's a difference between being book smart and street smart and common sense. And I don't think she got that common sense part down. I'm just gonna put it like that. So let's check this out, guys. Bro, I'm probably be on until it's probably 11:30. We probably got to hear about 11:30. So check this out, y'all. Just listen. I want to see if y'all hear what I hear.
It is so good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call, and we've been talking every day. You guys heard it from Doug's voice.
Did y'all hear it?
We love Joe and Jill. It is so good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call.
Did y'all hear that?
We've been talking. I know you're still on the call, and 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 we've been talking every day. You guys heard it from Doug's voice. We love Joe and Jill. We really do. They truly are like family to us, and we do. Everybody here does.
It's mutual.
I knew you were still there. You're not going anywhere, Joe.
I'm watching you, kid. I'm watching you, kid. I love you.
I love you, Joe. Oh.
I know you're still on the call. She started to say, I know you're still on the recording, is what it sounded like she was getting ready to say. I know you're still on the call. What? So it makes me wonder if that was Joe Biden even on the call. You know, I mean, you can do a lot of things. You see how we edited videos right here on YouTube. It would take nothing for us to just take some sound bites or some clips from Joe Biden, you know, or something like that, because everything's recorded, right? When they talk to each other in the White House for the most part, unless they don't want to record it, you know, they could have recorded some call between them before or whatever. Or, you know, when they first, you know, picked her as the vice president, and they could have stitched that shit together. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I'm not going to say that Joe Biden has kicked the bucket because I don't know. I'm not going to go that far. But it's a possibility that Joe Biden might be in worse shape than they're letting on. I really don't believe, and I never believed that he had the cove base. It was really convenient that he had the cove base. It was really convenient that he had the cove base. Question is, what are they not telling us? What are they not telling us? Did Joe Biden really fall and crack his head? Did Joe Biden have a seizure or stroke or something? Like, what happened? Or when the assassination attempt fell through, they was like, all right, look, we got to go to plan B. We got to get rid of Joe. Could that be possible? Okay. I just want to know. So we're going to go to this video. We're going to go to this clip right here. This is from the hearing today. For those of you who don't know, the Secret Service Director Cheadle, she testified in front of Congress today. So we're going to go to this clip right here. Let's listen to this real quick.
Chair now recognizes Mr. Fallon from Texas.
How did a 20-year-old loner with a week's notice pick the absolute best location to assassinate President Trump when the entire Secret Service missed it? Director Cheadle, in your leadership, your agency got outsmarted and outmaneuvered by a 20-year-old. How can we have any confidence that you could stop trained professionals from a nefarious nation state?
Those are absolutely questions that we need to have.
I know they're questions, but you know, the fact of the matter is we can't have that confidence. Director, do you have the ability personally, and do you have the authority to beef up security of any of your protectees?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So were you also aware there was a credible threat President Trump was facing? He was facing a heightened security threat to a foreign adversary?
Yes.
Okay. So given that there was an increased threat to President Trump's life, was he provided a full security complement akin to what a sitting U.S. president would receive?
He was provided a full complement of security based on the threat assessment that we had.
That's not my question.
And the venue.
My question is, if he'd been the sitting president, would he have had the same security he had on July 13th, or would have been beefed up?
There is a difference between the sitting president.
So your answer is he didn't.
And continuity of government and the responsibility that we have.
So he did not. Okay, there wasn't a CAT team, a full CAT team on site. There wasn't counter-surveillance teams on site. But this is the thing. You just said you had the ability to beef up the security. You knew about the threat, and you didn't. And that's as telling as it is chilling. We have satellite images from the Butler Fairgrounds. Have you visited the site?
No, I have not.
9 days and you have not visited the site. You should have been there that night. Did you talk to, that evening, did you talk to the team, the heroes that surrounded the president?
There was better detective work done from YouTube sleuths than it's been from the Secret Service and the FBI. I just want to put that out there.
Did you call them that night?
They were still operational work.
So that's an answer is no. Did you call them the next day?
President. Yes, I spoke with
You called them the very next day, not the day of, or was it 72 hours after?
I don't know the timeline, but I spoke with
Okay,
them
because you're under oath.
immediately
I
following.
think it was 72 hours after. You waited 3 days. What is immediately clear is that there are a number of structures that need to be secured. Of these, Director, other than the first, immediate 4, what's the most dangerous site that should have been secured? Because Security 101, you got to mitigate the high ground.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what the next most dangerous site, what was the closest structure to the president, other than the 4 immediate ones that you had your counter sniper teams on?
There are a number of structures around that event site.
You know who the shooter knew? The shooter has visited the site 2 more times than you have, and he had a drone, and he picked the AGR building.
Now, I want to know where they're getting their information from too, guys. So now they know that the shooter had a drone, and he'd been there twice. I'm assuming they're just getting surveillance from around the buildings, I'm assuming. I'm just, maybe that's what it was. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, I guess. But we keep going.
So you said, do you remember in an ABC interview you did that you didn't have people on the roof of the AGR building because you were worried about safety because of the slope?
I recall that statement.
Okay. Does the Secret Service have written policy you can share with us about slope roofs?
No.
Okay. So why'd you act like there was one? Because is it your practice to comment on enormous events of enormous national implications when you're ignorant of the facts? That's rhetorical. So here's this thing with the slopes. You go all up to like 1812. You can go to a 112, which is about as flat as you can get without it being completely flat. And you're saying that there was a danger, safety concern there. But the problem is, Director, you put your counter snipers on a 312 roof, which is steeper than the 112. And by the way, the 112 is ADA compliant. You can build a ramp for a wheelchair on a 112 roof. So these are nothing but pathetic excuses, and they make no sense, and they're a bunch of cow dung. All the law enforcement I've spoken
No, I
with
didn't see it,
for the
John.
last
Send it
9
to me.
days are amazed that the AGR rooftop was not secure. And you want to know why? Because it's dangerous. I have never had any long gun training in my life. I own an AR-15, and last time I shot it one time my whole life. It was 6 years ago. That is until Saturday, where we recreated the events in Savoy, Texas, where we recreated what happened in Butler. I was lying prone on a sloped roof at 130 yards at 6:30 at night. And I knew that he had a scope. I didn't know what kind, red dot or magnified. So I shot 8 rounds from both. You know what the result was? 15 out of 16 kill shots. And the one I missed would have hit the president's ear. That's a 94% success rate. And that shooter was a better shot than me. It is a miracle President Trump wasn't killed. Corey Comparatore's life is over because that damn shooter made it on the roof. And it wasn't the roof that was dangerous. It was the nut job on top of the roof. You know what else is dangerous? I believe your horrifying ineptitude and your lack of skilled leadership is a disgrace. Your obfuscating today is shameful. And you should be fired immediately and go back to guarding Doritos. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Go back to guarding Doritos. Go back to guarding Doritos. Let me tell you about this, right? Because I watched a lot of this, right? And Montoya, Dan Bongino's right. We got no answers from her. We got no answers from her. She just obfuscated everything. She skated past everything. We got no answers from the lady. Right? And the thing about it is, right? Other Democrats that had opportunities to ask the questions. The other Democrats that had the opportunity to try to get in on it. You know what they were asking about? They were trying to blame the AR-15. The ones that were trying to blame the AR-15, we already know they hate Trump. They ain't give a shit about Trump. The AR-15 has a range of 400 to 600 yards. Okay. Let me give you guys some little Canon Hotep gun 101, okay? All right, this gun right here. Okay, you see this? That is a regular 16-inch AR-15 right there, right? That's what the kid had. However, he did not have that beautiful Vortex optic on there. You see that optic up there? That optic would have made his mission very fucking easy. Very fucking easy. Okay? From 150 yards, that optic would have zoomed in on Trump's ear, so all he could fucking see is Trump's head. Okay? He could have saw the follicles on him, okay? Instead, he used an optic like that's on this gun right here. It's called a reflex sight. That's what he used, okay? I stand by what I said. I'm a good shot, all right? But 150 yards on a reflex sight at somebody's dome is doable, but I'd rather have that optic to make it easy. So this right here, for him having this red dot alone, okay, if you're going to assassinate the president of the United States and you're not taking a center mass shot, right? Because heart and lungs, with 150 shot with a red dot, you can hit heart and lungs, okay? You can hit center mass, okay? I'm not trying to tell you guys how to take people out. I'm not, okay? However, with this AR-15, with that optic, super easy, okay? Light work at 150 yards. But him having that iron sight tells me that he was one of maybe 2 shooters. Descended is saying 3, but I'm going to go with 2. It could have been 3, though. Okay? Could have had the water tower. He could have had this kid, right? I don't think the other one was in the woods, yo. I don't think the other one was in the woods. I think the other person was in, do I have a video of it? Where is it at? Do I have a video? Yeah, I do. I think this is where the other one was, Loki. I saw this the other day on somebody's channel that was, and I didn't see it. I didn't pay attention to it in the, I didn't pay attention to it when I was looking around the grounds from satellite view. Okay? Boom. You see what we're looking out? We are looking out an open, let me turn the sound down. We are looking out an open window, guys. We are looking out an open window. What does that open window give you a view of? The fuck? It gives you a view of that. Okay, that's what Trump was speaking. And imagine, so we can see the grass, right? But imagine the podium. Trump is elevated. That shot, and then think about it, right? This is why I'm saying this right here. Think about it, right? Let's look through here. He takes the shot from this window, right? Which would kind of give you that muffled sound where people was like, yo, it sounded like a smaller round. Might have been because the concussive force in the blast was isolated to the room, right? He shoots from this window. Remember, the guy that got killed was higher than Trump. The guy that got killed was higher than Trump, right? Okay? I say he's shooting, right, out this window at Trump. A bullet rises, right? People don't know this. When you shoot, your bullet rises before it comes down, okay? So this also will put him more elevated. I mean, because you can't tell because of the picture, or the video, but this window was elevated above the shooter that they said shot Trump. And if that shooter that was shooting Trump was at the peak of this roof, that means he was shooting down. He was shooting down. So his bullet would have had to start, like, it would have hit Trump and started traveling down. Instead, the bullet traveled up and hit the guy, which tells me that more than likely this shot, the initial shot that was supposed to be for Trump, might have came from this window. The initial shot that hit Trump might have came from this window. Let's look around. Look. Okay, let's look around. It's elevated above the roof the kid was on. All right. Look. What? It's a whole fucking room. It's a whole fucking room. Get the out of here. Now this is all one building. This here, and this is all one building. They said that that law enforcement was staged in this building, guys. Law enforcement was staged in this building. Hey, we got a guy on the roof of blah blah building. Nobody ran up here to this window to see. Everybody's like, oh, nobody ran up to this window, because you can look out the window and see the entire roof. Nobody ran up there. Interesting. Somebody make it make sense. Third was from the water tower. I believe somebody was on that water tower. We covered that the other day, and it looked like, I mean, it was grainy, but it looked like somebody could have been up on that water tower, and the water tower had a good line of sight of Trump as well. So there could have been 3 shooters. I don't know. Also, okay, I wish I could show you this shit on YouTube, but I can't. Okay, let's say the kid, because this is where the news is saying the kid was, right? They're saying he was like right here, okay? Aiming at old Donnie T on this peak, right? Right? Or let's just say we could say he was over there just a tad. We'll say he's right here. Interesting thing is, right? I wish I could show you guys. I don't think I could show you this guy's face on the what's the name. If you see the guy's face, the guy that they killed, that he showed a picture of his face all fucked up, you can see a bullet coming out of his mouth. But right on the back of his neck, the base of his neck, you see an entry wound for a fucking bullet. You see an entry wound for a bullet. How easy would it be if he missed a shot and they fucking failed their mission for somebody to shoot out this fucking window and catch that kid in the back of the fucking head and kill him and get the fuck out of there? Am I making sense? Am I making sense, people? This kid's right here. Boom. Right there. I'm sorry, I'm pointing at this kid's right here. Let's just say he's right there. Boy, he's right here. Let's say he's right here. How hard would it be like, oh, fuck. Abort mission. And they send a shot and catch his ass right in the back of his fucking head and they get the fuck out of there. I'm just saying. Because if it was coming from the other Secret Service agents, here, he'd have caught a shot to the fucking forehead or here, somewhere right there. If it was coming from the other place, I guess that was off this way. Let me see. Okay, not there. If it was coming from somebody out this way, which I don't know where they were, still, the kid's catching a bow, okay? I don't know where they had him at, but the kid, if you go look at the pictures, guys, I wish I could show it. I don't know what's going to happen. They might take my shit down if I do it. If the kid was right there, right, which, I mean, if it was me, I needed a straight shot at Donnie T, I'm here. But we know that he wasn't there, right? We know he had to be right here on this corner. He had to be right here because people could see him from the ground. So, how fucking hard would it be? They missed the shot. Fuck. All right. This kid started laying down cover fire, and somebody inside of this room, because they're concealed, right? Boom. They're probably more than likely. Boom. They're probably sitting right here, right here. Could you shoot from cover when you're a sniper, right? You shoot from cover when you're a sniper. And they fucking took that kid out, and they got the fuck out of Dodge. That kid was a patsy. You know what I mean? That's right. Ballistics is ironclad. But who cleaning it up? That's my question. Bruh, I don't know, Jonah. We already know. This shit stinks to high heaven, people. This shit stinks to high heaven. This kid was not a loner. I think there was at least 2 shooters. Loki saying it's 3 from the water tower. I did see footage of somebody was moving on that water tower. I showed you guys a couple of days ago, if you go back to my stream, I think it was Thursday maybe, that we looked at that water tower. And we went to the back end of that water tower, and we showed you the ladder to the water tower that goes all the way up to the peak of the water tower. And then what else did they tell us, guys? Okay, what else did they tell us? They said, oh, no, there was no ladder. There was no ladder. What are you guys talking about? This is what they're saying. They told us that there was no ladder. Anybody remember that? Anybody remember them telling us that there was no ladder? I'm about to show you something. And I posted this on Twitter. Feel free to go back and check it out. Check this out. Okay. They keep saying there was no ladder. Okay. And what the fuck is that, guys? I see a ladder right there. Now, my fault, because let me see if I can do this real quick, because people were like, well, it could have been, from another time, blah, 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 right? People said it could have been from another time. They're right, it could have been from another time, but look at this. Here we go. There's the kid's body right there. There's the kid's body. His AR-15 is right here. Here's the kid's body that shot Donnie T. Now, I don't know if this kid was trying to run and he got caught. He got caught with the bullet. It could have been. He could have been trying to get the fuck off the. He could have got up and tried to run and get off the ladder and got clipped. But what do we still see in this picture here, guys? Hold on, let me zoom in. I'm getting mad about that. Whatever. Right here. What do we see? We see a ladder. See my mouse? See what that mouse is? Oh, I can do this. Boom. Ladder. Right there. Do you guys see that ladder? Here's the kid's body. There's the ladder. There was a ladder set up. So where did that ladder come from? And where did it go? Where did the ladder come from and where did it go? That's my question. They told us there was no ladder. Was it set up after the fact, or did they did somebody set that up for the kid as a convenience for him to get up on that roof? I'm just asking questions. It's a lot of inconsistencies here. But what I will tell you that I'm not wavering on it there. That kid ain't Sam Fisher. That kid is not Sam Fisher. 3 different shot angles. You see this? 3 different shot angles. Dark Horse Podcast with John Cullen does a full ballistic breakdown. There were 9 kinetic incidents for the first 3 shots. I didn't see. There was a. I thought I might have. I gotta look again. I could have swore I bookmarked it, but I don't know where it is. It's gone. I bookmarked the whole situation where the guy was running it down. And Loki's right. The cadence of the bullets, right? At first I couldn't hear it, but then when he started pointing it out, I could hear the different cadence. That kid had an AR, but there was a heavier round there. There was 2 heavier rounds, which probably was 308. But you can hear it. I can hear the differences. I can hear the cadence. The bullet. He's right. You know what I mean? Jonah says, you have to go to DM and see all the info given in the report. All right, I'm gonna go check it out. 3 different angles are important. Use the same template and see if it works. Ladder as in you took the ladder option or as in you climbed the ladder? First shot was at the secret. First shot was at the Secret Service. Missed it. Missed and interacted with 5 people in the back row of the right side of bleachers. Interesting. That's an interesting take. Yeah, I seen that part. I did see it. It wasn't him. It wasn't Dark. Was it Dark Horse I was watching? I don't think it was Dark Horse I was watching, but I did see where the bullet had so much kinetic energy that it was able to nick Trump's ear, keep pushing, and then hit another guy. And like disintegrate on like the railing. I did see that. And the AR-15 round ain't doing that. The minute it would have hit Trump's ear, probably would have tumbled. It wouldn't have kept the flight. It probably would have tumbled. What's up, Dizzy B? CNN had a policy of not televising Trump rallies, but somehow they went live on that particular one. That is interesting, Dizzy. That is very fucking interesting. You're right. I didn't think about that. I did spell ladder wrong, didn't I? I just picked it up. I spelled ladder wrong. I'm dumb. Thanks, Jonah. He bought the ladder at Home Depot at 9:50 that morning. They have the surveillance. It is in report. I sent you. Huh. Okay. Roof missed and ended the forklift. They tried to shoot at the same intervals and it didn't work. We heard the shots from a different caliber. Yeah, I heard the shots from a different. I could hear that when I was listening. I forgot. I gotta see. Hold on, let me see what it is. And you're right. I did spell ladder wrong. I feel dumb. I don't mind ragging on myself, y'all. I feel dumb. How the fuck I spelled ladder wrong? I think I just let Siri do the shit. Siri messed me up. But I should have. The hell is that? No, not you. Just let me keep playing. God damn it. Always eavesdropping at the wrong time. Damn, I wish I could show you this guy's face. And I could show you the entry wound for the bullet. Anyway. Let me see. Oh, here it is. I do have it. Matter of fact, this is what we might do. But this, you know what? And this is what I was talking about right here. These people right here should hold some responsibility for what happened.
I'm done. I'm fucking seriously done.
I don't know who that is at all.
The Supreme Court has pissed me off so much right now. Like, so much. Joe, you're a reasonable man. You don't want to do this, but here's the reality. This is a fucking war. This is a war now, and we are fighting for our fucking country. And these assholes are gonna take it away. They're gonna take it away. Fuck you, Clarence Uncle Thomas. Fuck you. Joe, you now have the right to take that bitch Trump out. Take him out, Joe. If he was Hitler and this was 1940, you'd take him out. Well, he is Hitler and this is 1940. Take him the fuck out.
Straight from they them's mouth. But they get to get away with that. And somebody actually made an attempt on Trump's life. This is called a call to action. For all we know, this lady, let's just go with the official narrative, guys. Let's go with the official narrative. For all we know that this lady incited violence against Donald Trump, that kid saw her video and felt compelled to do something about it. Felt compelled to do something about it. I'm just saying. Anyway. But we're going to check this out real quick, guys. Oh, I want to show you the picture. God damn it. I can't show you that stuff. You know what I mean? You know what we're going to do? Fuck it. This is what we're going to do, guys. We're going for a Rumble exclusive. Let's go for a Rumble exclusive, guys. One in the chat if y'all down to go for a Rumble exclusive. We're gonna do the breakdown on this guy here. What's his name? Chris Martinson. He does a ballistics breakdown with the audio and all this stuff, kind of like Health Ranger does. So, dark oxygen. What the fuck is dark oxygen? Jack said, expect a visit soon. Microaggression. That's major aggression. That's major aggression. That's an act. That's a call to violence, y'all. That is a call to violence. I'm just saying. If it was somebody on the right, she would have lost her fucking job. She would be Gina Carano right now. Is what she would be. She would be Gina Carano right now. It's like oxygen, but they found it. Is it going to turn me into Aquaman? Like, am I going to have like strength 10 times me and swim fast? Dark oxygen. That is interesting. That sounds like a Kufi on tight. Need to do that. Anyway, guys, check it. We're going to go for a Rumble exclusive, my peoples. We're going for the Rumble exclusive. So, let's get it. Let's get the Rumble exclusive jumping. Let me put it in the chat. Make sure to hit the like button on the way in. Hit the subscribe button on the way in. Hit the like button on the way out. Guys, I want to be on the front page of Rumble. All right, I just dropped it in the link. I'm going to put it in the description box too on YouTube. Boom, save. All right, so it's in the description on YouTube, and it's linked in the chat. It's linked in the chat. So we're gonna take it to a Rumble exclusive. So if you're on YouTube, head your ass on over there, and we can discuss this stuff. And make sure you subscribe to me when you get over there. Help me get the 2,000 subs over there on Rumble. And if you're on YouTube, help me get the 3,000 subs on YouTube. I really appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate it. Anyway, this is the end for YouTube. And damn, I'm fucked up right now. I'm so tired. It's the end of YouTube, guys. Until next time, it's Ken Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped. Don't miss. We see you over on Rumble. And I'll find my outro. There we go.
So relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.